Hi guys, and welcome back to the Project Hot Mess channel. Today we're going to be talking about the first thing that you need to do in order to get your life organized. So let's get into it. So guys, this video is the pre-video for the Get Your Life Organized in 14 Days challenge that we are running in January. So every single day for 14 days, we'll be releasing a video on what you can do to get your life organized. But before you take that challenge, you need to watch this video because there are some very important things that you need to understand before you even try and get your life organized. I'm organized with notes. I'm trying to so I don't forget. Okay, so as part of this first thing that you need to do before you get your life organized, there's actually two parts to it. So the first part of that is a question that you need to ask yourself, and that is, what does being organized look like for you? Because guys, it would look so different for you as to what it does for me. We all have different things in our life. We all have different commitments. We all have different things that we want to do, time that we need to spend. We all have different lives, and therefore what organization looks like to each of us is different. So you need to work out, what does it actually look like for you? So this is something that might actually need a little bit of time and thought on your behalf. So you might want to actually sit down and work out what organized looks like for you in different areas of your life. So I like to sort of chunk my life into different areas because most of the time the organization for each kind of goes together. So things like finances are different to things like morning routine, nighttime routine, and how our day runs, through to my relationships and my friends, through to our family activities, through to my career. There's all different areas. So you can sit down and work out what areas or what big chunks of your life you have and what being organized looks like within those areas for you. While you're doing this, it's also a really good practice to actually have a think about your own strengths and weaknesses in each of those areas. And when it comes to being organized, what are you good at and what are you not so good at? Because there's always areas of both. A lot of the time we quickly judge ourselves on the areas that we're not so good at, but there are some things that you do well. I know there is, because there are things that everybody does well. So make sure you take a bit of time to have a think about the things that you do well, and also have a think about the things that you don't do so well, things that you would like to do better, and things that even if you don't do well, they probably don't actually matter as well. Okay, so once you know what organized looks like for you, you can actually set your goals for organization, and that is the second part of this, is to set your organizational goals. What is it that you want to achieve from being organized? Because saying that you just want to be organized is far too broad of a statement, and there's no way to really measure it. More organized than what? And what does more organized actually look like? And until you have those goals in place, you can't actually tell if you have achieved your goal of being more organized. So we need to be a little bit more specific. So I've written down some examples, and I'm just going to read them off because I like to use examples, and for me it helps me relate to it a little bit more. So I've got organization goals of having more time to do a specific thing. Perhaps you want more time to go to the gym. Maybe you want to be able to fit a gym session in of a morning. Maybe you want to be able to go for a walk of an afternoon. Maybe you want to have more time with your husband at night. Maybe after the kids go to bed, you don't want to be cleaning up and you want to have everything done. So once the kids are in bed, you can then spend that time with your husband. Perhaps you want to have more time to study or to learn a new skill or to just have time to yourself. Maybe you want to have more time to be able to go out by yourself and go and sit at your local cafe and read your favorite book or something like that. So make sure you have a specific thing in there. So have more time to do, and then a specific thing, because you want to be able to actually tie that specific thing in as your goal so that you can measure or not whether you have achieved that goal. The other thing I have is to feel less overwhelmed by XYZ. So I want to feel less overwhelmed by school mornings and school lunches and getting us out the door of a morning, because no matter what I do, it's always chaos of a morning. So I want to feel less overwhelmed by school mornings. So you might have something a little bit more specific or a little bit more different for yourself. Maybe you want to feel less overwhelmed by your finances, or whatever it is that is making you feel overwhelmed. Maybe you want to feel less overwhelmed about cooking dinner every night, and the stress of having to decide what you're going to feed people every night for the rest of their life is just too much. So maybe that's something you want to feel less overwhelmed by. So again, make sure you have a specific thing there. So saying that you want to feel less overwhelmed isn't exactly a measurable goal. It's not a specific goal. So you need to be specific with what you want to feel less overwhelmed by. Other things that you could include as goals is that maybe you want to have a routine in place, maybe you want to have a morning routine, a nighttime routine, or just your own routine in place, feel a little bit more structured, or perhaps you want to be able to do something like pay your bills on time, or make sure that you see all of your friends within a month period and keep in touch with people, or something along those lines. So have a think about what organized is for you and then tie some goals to that. Being more organized seems overwhelming when we don't actually have specific goals that we can work towards. So that's why creating these goals is so important. Being able to say that I am more organized because I never used to be able to do this and now I can do this is what you're going to be able to achieve at the end of these 14 days. And it's what you can measure as your own success along the way. So today's task is simple. Have a think about what organized means to you and create some specific goals around that for yourself. Be sure to hit subscribe to this channel, guys, so that you don't miss any of the videos coming up, and make sure you hit that notification button so you are notified when the videos for this challenge are released, and they're going to be released each day for the first 14 days of January. So do make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, and put a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to know what your goals are. I really would love to know, because organized, like I said, is something different to you as to what it is for me. So I would love to hear your goals. I'll pop a comment in down below of what my goal is and let me know if yours is the same. I'm really looking forward to helping you achieve those goals over the next 14 days. And guys, I'm doing this challenge with you, so I'm looking forward to achieving my own goals over the next 14 days. So thank you so much for being there. Also, make sure that you have a look in the description box below. There'll be a link there for you to sign up for the emails. If you sign up for the emails for this, you will also get additional information as well as printable planner sheets that are going to help you be more organized. It's going to help you get the most out of this 14-day challenge. So have a look in the description box below. There'll be a link there for that. Sign up to that, subscribe to the channel, notification button, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.